so today I'm at the Benefit Brow Bar and I have Umang with me, who's the national trainer for Benefit, and I'm gonna get my brows done today. I'm super excited because, as you guys know, I love my brows to be on fleek. So I'm trusting Umang with all my heart to do my brows perfectly because brows need extreme amounts of trust.
Trust me, we are gonna do a fantastic job on Shreya today. She's gonna walk out with like brows on fleek.
So we're gonna be doing brow styling and waxing.
Right, absolutely.
So can you just tell me a little quick process on how that's gonna be done?
Definitely. So I don't know if you all know already, but we have been shaping brows since 1976. Which is pretty fantastic.
A lot of decades.
Yeah, now everybody's talking about brows, but we have been talking it for like ages and ages. So anyway, I'll take you through the process a little bit. What we do is we wax brows, and for that we have all our products which are in-house. So Benefit Wax, Benefit Waxing Sticks. Whenever we're doing the wax, we manufacture all the products.
Because I've never gotten my brows back, like brow waxing. Honestly, I've never even heard of it before, like knowing about Benefit, because all I knew was threading or tweezing.
Absolutely.
Like brow waxing was something very new to me.
Yeah, it's actually a new concept in India altogether.
Yeah.
And not many people know that it's actually a less painful. It is a more safe and definitely a better way to groom your brows, because we also style them.
Yes.
Which brings
Benefit
me
have
to
like amazing styling products. Like everyone knows about Gimme Brow, Goof Proof.
precisely my pencil or a brow pencil. So yeah, lots of stuff to groom your brows. But other than like, of course, grooming your brows, we also style them, which is a new service addition. Yay! It's called brow styling, and in that what we do is we basically have 4 different styles in a way that we can style your brows. Like natural brows, bold and angular, straight brows, and feathered brows. Yeah,
Which I'm really excited for.
I know, right?
Like it's a new trend.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see it trending more. It's just so natural.
Exactly.
And it honestly just embraces your brow shape. Like you don't have to go for an angular one. You can do feathered eyebrow on any eyebrow shape.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I really love that style.
Yes.
And the best thing about it is that we do it for free. So you never have to pay to get your brow styled by experts, which is pretty fantastic.
And then you can learn about it and do it yourself as well.
Exactly.
So yes, let's just quickly now start with my brow waxing routine. I'm really excited for it. And hopefully, because I have a really sensitive skin type.
Oh, don't worry about it. For that as well, we take major care of your skin, because we have something called an Ezulala prep oil, which basically calms your skin down before we even wax it. Yeah, it's a preventive measure that we take. We want to make sure that you have super groomed brows, but we also want to make sure that your skin is taken care of and we're not, ripping it off.
Thank God for that. So let's just start with the brow waxing now.
Awesome. Let's get into it.
So these are my before brows, as you can see. I don't have like a lot of growth, but there's some growth in the center of my eyebrows and on the tops of my eyebrows. So we'll see the after part once Umang is done with ripping all of the excess hair off.
Okay, so what I'm going to do for Shreya now is, it is a technique that Benefit uses globally, which is called the brow mapping process. Okay, so we have a brow mapping tool, and this helps me determine the start of your brow, where your brow should naturally arch, and where your brow should end. So very quickly, I'm just going to mark it and show you what your brow is going to look like after waxing.
Using what?
Browsing. So from the dimple of your nose to the starting of your eye, then from the dimple of your nose to the middle of your eye and straight diagonally, and then from the corner of your nose to the end of your eye is going to mark your end.
So is my natural eyebrow in alignment with it, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So have a look. So I've just
Not
marked.
that bad.
Yeah, not that bad at all. So I've just marked the 3 points for you.
It was almost like going to a dentist and coming out with like your teeth is like all rotten. I was like scared that you're gonna be like, oh, you've been doing your eyebrows wrong throughout your life.
Absolutely not. They're absolutely fine. Your brows look super nice already, but we're just gonna make sure that they look
better.
They look even better.
Yes.
Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be prepping your skin Ezulala waxing oil. Make sure that there's no dryness, so there's no skin lifting. we really want to take preventive measures and make sure that, whenever we're waxing brows for anybody, their skin does not get affected whatsoever.
That's a nice thing.
And it's a global practice. So if you're in Singapore, or if you're in Milan, or if you are in San Francisco, you're going to get the same standard of service. Same products are going to be used. It's going to be done with the same brow mapping technique, which is pretty fantastic.
It's a very standard routine, standard process.
Standardized process, absolutely. Just going to trim the extra hair from the top, extra length. Well, I want to keep the little bit of the feathery texture in your brows because I honestly love that about your brows, that they have that, very feathery look can be achieved with them. So I'm only going to trim off the really, really long ones.
Yeah, they can be really bushy and long.
Yeah. I guess I'm glad that Cara Delevingne happened to this world and
I know,
the whole
right?
brow game changed completely.
Yeah, it was like earlier no one used to give a damn about eyebrows.
I know.
Like, they're there, it's fine.
And why did we ever want to crease them in school, right? You remember?
Oh god, and make them like noodle eyebrows?
Noodle eyebrows, I like that.
No, but because that's why I'm more scared of like getting any services done, because I remember when I got my eyebrows done for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So the parlor wali auntie, she made my eyebrows like really thin. So the next time I went to her, I told her that I want my thickness, but just like trim away the excess.
I know, and the worst thing is, that's what I feel about, like going to the salon getting it done. I have nothing against it. I've gotten it done since I was a child. But what I feel is nobody really consults you about your shape. Like nobody looks at it like a feature.
Yeah, plus they just want to like thin it down. Yeah, every time I used to tell her that don't do my eyebrows so thin, she would still make them
really thin.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be waxing.
What finally do the
the real
real
deal.
deal.
So what I'm doing is I'm just swirling it around to check if the wax is hot enough. And I'm going to very quickly do a patch test on myself. So we'll make sure that the temperature of the wax is absolutely fine before we apply.
That brow wax looks really shiny.
I know, it's actually a pearl wax, which also removes your tan super well.
I need this for all over my body.
I know, that's why I tell the girls, like all the brow experts, like wax my body as well. This is fantastic.
Oh, so now using a different stick altogether.
Oh yes, we do not double them. Never. Once the stick touches the skin, we never use the same stick.
That is so nice because again in the parlors, I don't know how old their stick is, and it's like an ice cream stick.
Yeah.
And it's all covered in wax. And now that I think about it, it's
I know,
actually
the
gross.
Katori wax thing.
Yeah, now that I think about
gross.
it, yeah, it's really gross.
Alright, so we're going to be starting from the middle. Just applying the wax right in the center. The strip, and if you'll also see that we use one single strip per pull. So we never repeat the strip as well.
Why are you making me feel gross about my child decisions? That wasn't bad.
Was that painful?
No, surprisingly not, because I don't wax my body.
It's not painful. It's just not painful.
I don't wax my body. I can't because I get bumps and rashes, and it's so painful for me.
Oh really?
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. My skin is ultra sensitive, but surprisingly, it wasn't painful at
It
all.
does not hurt. Trust me. Even I was really surprised the first time I tried it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was expecting a lot more pain than
And I
that.
swear, whenever I get threading done, I get teary.
Yeah, I know.
Slightly neck up, Nisha. Close your eyes. I'm just gonna apply it underneath. So all our brow experts in brow bars across the country, all the Sephoras that we're at, they are trained before they even, do a paid service. So we want to make sure that, they really are experts.
And they
before
know what
serve.
they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because anyone who's coming in is trusting you with their life if they can trust you with their brows. Wow. Like this is the most painful area for me because I tweeze hair from this side.
Exactly. And the nice thing about it is that while threading, right, it's each hair you
Gets
feel.
pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this, it's like not too many ouch. It's just like one ouch.
One ouch. No, it's not even an ouch, proper ouch, because I tweeze my hair from this side. So I take a minute between each hair to cry for 10 minutes and then move on to the next hair.
Yeah, you just like ouch. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be tweezing the areas that are waxed already.
Okay.
Why we do it in parts is because when you wax it, the skin is a little bit numb from the pull.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to tweeze away that little bit of stray hair.
But you don't want to put in wax because you're worried that it might pull out other hair as well.
No, also we never wax the same
Same
area
area twice.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we want to make sure that it's not strenuous for your skin in any way. So we never ever pull on the same area again. Just a few hair that are left. I'm just gonna quickly.
It's alright, I can't feel anything anyway.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Maybe because, as you said, it's already numb. So I can't really feel it anyway.
Exactly.
Worst thing ever.
I know. So making sure that we tweeze all the excess off.
You can fake anything and everything, but you cannot fake no pain for eyebrows and upper lip.
I know.
So if I'm not teary-eyed right now, means I had zero pain whatsoever. Because I know I've always had like tears running down my cheeks after getting my eyebrows done.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing the top now. For the top, we don't really go too close to the brow. We kind of keep it a little bit away from the brow because you just want to take the fuzz off. You don't want to go
Yeah.
near the hair.
I'm sure that's where all of the parlor values are doing their cost cutting. I'm so
I'm sure. You just like achy sticks up there.
सब पे and वो पता नहीं कितने दिन से. So I did not know that there was so much difference in like my brow.
Exactly. It just looks way
Yeah,
neater,
because
right?
I thought I don't have that much growth whatsoever, but now that I'm seeing it and plus the lighting and the mirror and the clarity, I can finally see.
It just ends up making it look a lot neater.
Neater, yeah.
So that's your one brow done. We're gonna go ahead and do the other one as well.
Yeah. So my brows just got waxed and they look so much more neater. Like I cannot get over how pretty they're looking. Like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, okay, this is so much more better than what my brows were looking before. So a huge thanks to Monk for not ripping off my brows.
Very, very glad.
Because that was my biggest fear, and I feel that's the biggest fear in everyone, that when they're getting brow waxing done,
Absolutely, yeah.
so they have to like trust and take the leap of faith.
You know, like I told you even while I was waxing your brows, that the application is so careful.
Careful, yeah.
So careful, and we make sure that we manage the wax on your skin so well.
Well, yes.
So that it gives you the perfect brow, and we make sure that we don't reduce the width, which is the biggest issue.
Definitely.
So now, just to cool her skin down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cold compress, which is nothing but just I'm going to use some cold water.
Okay. I
Drench
don't
the
feel
cotton.
that is well.
Yeah, sure, but it just takes
So,
away
yeah.
a little bit of redness that comes through on the skin.
Yeah, that happens with any sort of hair removal, no matter whatever you do.
Exactly. So it's just gonna feel cooling. I'm just gonna lay it down there for about say 15 seconds, just so that the heat from her skin, reduces. As the final step, I'm gonna use our Aloe Cool Lala gel, which is an aloe vera cooling gel.
Because you take 2 cooling steps.
Yes, we want to make sure that you're all cooled off before we style your brows. It just relaxes the skin.
How often do you recommend brow waxing?
So normally for a normal person, the hair growth cycle is about 3 weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 to 4 weeks.
And how small can the hair be when this person comes in for waxing?
Honestly, it can be as small like we do today.
Yeah, they were really
Yeah, they
small.
were really small.
Yeah.
But that's what's nice about wax, right? It pulls the hair from the root. So all your undergrowth and all the hair that you're not able to pull out from a thread
Yeah.
gets pulled right out.
Because I remember like even for threading you tell कि थोड़ा इतना growth होगा तभी आओ.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we are through with the waxing process.
I am so happy with my brows. Like I cannot thank you enough. Like Hashtag Danvat Pranam for making my brows look so good.
No, they actually really do look very, very, very good. And that is because Benefit Brow Bars are amazing.
Benefit brow bars. They are benefit brow bars. You don't need an introduction whatsoever.
Absolutely.
So next up we're going to be styling them as well.
Right.
So what style do you recommend according to my brow shape? Because you're the expert and obviously every style depends on the shape
Right.
that we have.
So honestly, according to me, Shreya has such amazing brows. I can pull off pretty much like any style on her. But what I would ideally want to try for her is a feathered brow because it would look amazing on you. And a classic bold and angular.
So how about you do one on each, like a feathered one on this and a bold and angular on this, and
Yeah.
then we can see what the difference is and how they look, and then I can probably try the one that I like most out of the two.
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
That'd be interesting, you know,
That'd
like
be
half and half feathered bohemian, half like yes girl.
Yes, girl, bold and angular. So let's do that, and then you can choose whichever one you like more.
And I can
then
try
we
to recreate it. Oh, great.
Okay. So awesome. I'm gonna start with the feathered style, which is honestly my favorite style. And I'm gonna be using our Precisely My Brow pencil. It's super, super thin, fine tip, if you can see.
Yeah. Probably like a 0.5 millimeter.
Right, it's super, super thin and super precise. That's why you get like really precise application. And then what it has is it has a spoolie on the other end. So you know you can apply and blend.
And it looks like a rocket, so
So like, you know,
so benefits.
so beneficial. Absolutely. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start which is very gently, marking your brow a little bit.
Yeah, please do walk me through the process because I have to recreate it.
Yeah, right, there you
Yeah.
go. You have a mirror in your hand.
Definitely.
So I've just marked the underneath of your brow a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do feathery upward strokes. You know, to create like that little
Yeah.
bit. Because for feathered brows, the gap in your brows should show a bit.
Yeah, so it looks like a feather.
Yeah, like the skin from underneath should show a little bit, and that's how you get that.
That's a
bohemian
nice
texture.
style, man, because you don't have to like really think about the gaps too much.
Yeah, it's not about like really precise application, and you don't have to like really concentrate on like, oh my god, I really need to fill all the gaps
Yeah,
in. And also I feel it's very easy to do because you don't have to apply too much product and blend it too much.
I know, especially like with products which are very heavy, like pomades and stuff. It
Oh
is-
yeah, absolutely.
And I can't really talk properly while getting my brows done because don't wanna screw them up.
Feathery light strokes of color is what we are
Looking at
here. So once I've combed the product through, I'm gonna take Ready Set Brow,
Okay,
which is a clear brow gel.
so it's adding no color to my brow.
Yeah.
Like give me brow adds a little bit of color to
Right,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
All this is gonna do is it's gonna give me that more texture, and I'm gonna do some upward styling.
Okay, and it will set my brows in place.
Absolutely. And while we are styling your brows, we make sure that our customers and our Benebabes are always watching the process, so that when they buy the products and take them home, they also know how to use
Use
them.
them. Yeah, that's very important.
Okay. So what do you think,
I
Shreya?
love it. Like honestly, I love it. Like you can see such a huge difference, but still it's so natural. It's not over the top at all. And this is something we can do like for an everyday style as well, like for the simple college going girl as well. This is so nice, so natural. Love it. Love it.
Okay, so I'm gonna very quickly just clean the.
Although it's very clean.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
brows on fleek. We want to make sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a little bit of Boeing, which I know how
I
much
love.
you love and use. I've seen it in all our videos. She uses Boeing. Do you use number 3?
Number 3 and 4 mix. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use number 3. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply it on the periphery of your brows so that just you have like a cleaner appearance. Okay, so let's try the bold and angular as well.
Yeah.
For bold and angular, I'm going to be using Brow Zing, and I'm going to be using highbrow pencil.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to be taking a little bit of number 3.
Okay. The color seems nice. I always love using like more browns than black.
Sure, yeah, so do I. Yeah, I like colors which are a little bit more subtle because then you can build on them.
Like I've learned this general rule that if you have blonde hair, go for darker color. If you have black hair, go for lighter color.
Yeah, because it's contrast, right?
Yeah.
So I like to do the beginning of the brow. Then I like to do where the brow kind of arches. Pushing applying the product up into the brow. I think this is something you must be super confident with because
Yeah.
I think you rock this style anyway.
Yeah. Because I do have a natural arch to my eyebrow, so
Sure. For this style, it's like don't be afraid, girl. Go ahead and add that intensity.
yeah, fill them in.
Fill them in, you know, rock that bold vibe.
No gaps, no spaces.
No spaces, absolutely.
It's like that possessive boyfriend. No space whatsoever.
Bold and angular brows give you no space,
No
like
space.
like a crazy boyfriend.
And like feathered eyebrows are like NASA. They give you all the space you need. All the space. I'm very bad at jokes. Sorry.
I like it. I like it. So you know, in feathered brows, I was super careful about the application because I didn't want to overdo the color.
Yeah.
Over here, I'm just like,
Yeah, like
go girl.
this is my comfort zone.
This is your comfort zone.
Like this I'm fine, yeah.
What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna use some highbrow pencil, which is just a highlighter pencil for your brow.
And make it more arched.
Yeah, you know, make it more angular, make it more bold. So I'm gonna just apply it. Brush. You can
Lay it
also
down,
do it
yeah.
with your fingers,
Whatever you prefer.
whatever you.
No, I love the feathered style a lot.
You do?
Yes, I do a lot because it's like so different than from the general. Because brows have been generalized so much. Like even on the internet, you see that same arch, and like
Yeah.
really high,
Or the
pointy
Instagram brow.
Instagram brow trend. So I feel like there's such a nice break from that, like natural feathered eyebrows, laid back chin vibes. So I think I want to try this one on myself as well. and
Perfect.
see.
Let me give you some remover to remove.
Yeah, and get insight from you, like right on spot. That am I doing it right?
Sure.
Alright, so Mang, now I'm going to start. I'm going to be using my first weapon, that is precisely my brow. And the first thing you did was like underline my brow, right?
Right, absolutely.
So I'll just try and do a good job like you.
I'm sure you're going to share.
I'm not sure because this is the first time I'm trying a different style. So I'm like holding it from very far away because I don't wanna.
That is honestly such a good tip. Like if you guys can see how she's making sure that she's holding the pencil from afar so that there's not too much pressure that she's applying when she's using it.
Yeah. And then I just draw like upward strokes.
Flicks, yes. Feathery flicks.
So I'm just gonna
Brush it out.
yeah, go over a place, brush it out, go over a place, brush it out. Because that's what I saw you doing as well, so that you know you're doing things as you go.
Right.
So normal strokes when you're going down, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And what do we do for the arch? Like just normally?
Natural as you want to keep it. Like I've slightly accentuated it.
Yeah.
You can do that, or else you can keep it really natural.
Slightly accentuating my arch
Right.
and then blending it out with the spoolie.
Awesome. That looks really good, Shreya. We're glad that you're good at this stuff.
I am glad because I don't want to step out with like different brows. Otherwise, I would have told you to like remove it, do it again. I don't know. No, but I think the gel adds a lot of texture. That's what really makes the difference as well.
Surely. That is what will keep the style in place.
Yeah. And like keep the hair in that direction so that you know it looks feathered.
And I swear, be it the Delhi heat or the Kashmir cold, the ready set brow is gonna stay.
Next, I'm just gonna use the ready set brow, and I'm just gonna set them up. Or first, should I do my concealer?
You can do it later as well.
Later as well. Okay, so I'm first gonna do my gel, and then I'm gonna do my concealer. So I'm just removing all of the excess. You don't want excess on your brush, and then just go in upward strokes, just like Umang did with my brows. And when you reach your arch, just go in the downward stroke. Give your brows that extra 5 minutes because your brows deserve that. And now I'm just gonna use Boing and clean up if I have messed up anywhere, which I do think I've messed up slightly here. So I'm gonna clean that up. I'm just gonna take this flat brush and go under my brow and just blend it out with my finger. This is the style that I've done, and I think Umang has done an amazing job at teaching me and then mentoring me while standing there and just telling me if I'm doing it right or wrong. And I love the feathered look of my brows. It's so different than what I do, and yet it looks so amazing. Like it's so complimenting to my natural shape and the hair growth. And I have to give a huge thanks to Umang for being my brow fairy of sorts.
Brow fairy.
And magically transforming my brows.
I love that. I'm the brow fairy. I never thought of that.
No, you're a brow fairy.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Thank you
So much fun. So a huge thanks to Benefit for letting me shoot in their space and letting me try their products. You should definitely try their products and their services. They're amazing. Get brow waxing done, and I'm sure you will never go back to the older means of doing your brows.